Hello and welcome back, Bargain Hunters. I'm James Romero, and each week we help you to uncover the best eShop deals available in the UK, US, and EU stores. What's more, the Switch is region free, so if there's a game available that's on sale not in a region where you have an account, you can create one and purchase from other eShops. You can check out a handy guide on how to do that in the description below. Now, later on, we will announce the winner of a $10 eShop voucher from last week. Let us know your pick this week as well for a chance to win one next week. Without further ado, let's jump in and take a look at these deals. I'm kicking things off this week with a clucking great deal. Now, the story behind Bomb Chicken is reminiscent of Oddworld. You play as a mutated chicken that can lay bombs after a freak accident in one of BFC's factories. Bent on getting revenge against this greedy human corporate that turns his fellow feather-headed friends into finger-licking chicken, off you go armed with bombs to save the day. The game looks and sounds good, and the core mechanic is simple but clicks pretty quickly. The game is set across various levels, including bosses and some really funny moments. It's a pleasant game worth investing in. After all, with 50% off, this is just a paltry $5.99 in the UK now. Jordan, Juan, what are your picks this week?
Hey, how you doing everyone? Jordan here with my pick of the week. It's been a while, so I've got to go for something special. Ni no Kuni Wrath of the White Witch has to be my pick of the week. This is such a fantastic RPG. It has a beautiful story, fantastic cutscenes, and really fun gameplay that mixes in some monster catching elements. It's now 70% off on the US eShop, the lowest it's ever been, and you're looking at paying just $15 for this fantastic RPG. Sure, it's not exactly a remastered version like on other consoles. It's pretty much the original game but ported to the Switch, but you know what, that's fine. It's a lovely game. You have until September 22nd to pick this up on the US eShop. It's probably even worth people in the UK and Europe snagging some US eShop credit and picking it up for this price, the lowest ever. If you need some, links are below in the description, and that is my pick of the week. Happy to be back.
How you doing, everyone? Thank you very much, James. My pick of the week is definitely Little Nightmares. The price is absolutely incredible, I have to say, for the quality that's on offer here. You're getting this game for what, $7.50? A little bit cheaper in pound coins as well. Amazing. If you haven't got this in your collection, then do yourselves a favour and pick this one up. And the price probably has something to do with the fact that Little Nightmares 2 will be coming out soon, and I got my pre-order for the day one edition on that one. But what is it about yellow raincoats? I saw the film It the other day. Little kid wearing a yellow raincoat got absolutely decimated. That was horrible to see. And now the child here, 6, wearing a yellow raincoat, giving me nightmares. This really is a spooky puzzle platformer. You're sort of trapped in an oversized dollhouse inhabited by these monstrous residents, and you're sort of having to light your way through darkness, hiding to avoid those dangers. And well, it just gives you the creeps. So yeah, play this one at your peril. It's really good on the Nintendo Switch, by the way. The only thing I didn't like was the loading times, but you know, it's one of those games that playing on the move or in docked is absolutely superb. So do yourselves a favor and get this one. And I just want to say, by the way, I won the last 2 battles with James, and I'd love to have a third round, but I think that James has other ideas. We'll just have to wait and see. What do you think, ladies and gentlemen? Do you want to see another battle? Let us know in the comment section down below. Take care, everyone. See you next week.
Oh, there's 2 great picks there, guys. Good job. Now, the Roll 'em Up Classic is back. This time with some nice new cutscenes and in full HD. At a time when games are competing for ultra realism, we're talking about the new PlayStation, the new Xbox, and everything's about graphical supremacy in 4K. Katamari is a breath of fresh air. A simple and fun game in which the Joy-Cons work really well, and you can play alone or with friends in multiplayer. If you're after some harmless fun with a family, give this a try. You won't be disappointed. And speaking of fun with a family, Death Squared is a co-op puzzle game that involves working closely together. There are 80 levels in the campaign for you and a friend to enjoy, plus an additional 40 4-player party levels to experience as well, making this a really solid pick, especially with a humongous 90% off. Taking things in a different direction, the Dragon Ball series is iconic, and if you love the anime, well, this has lovely, smooth and fluid animations which you're gonna just really enjoy. With 3v3 modes included and online modes like ranked matches for those of you who are competitive, this is a package to suit all of your needs. It even includes a really nice story mode, and it now has its biggest ever sale on. It's been on sale a couple of times, but this time we've got a whopping 84% off in the US, so it's less than $10 now. Next up is a game that I reviewed a while back and I thoroughly enjoyed it when I did so. I didn't expect too much and I was pleasantly surprised. Simply put, if you love the Monster Hunter series, then the chances are you're going to love this series as well. It's set in a dystopian world where you play the role of a god eater, someone who can wield the power of the origami and wield gigantic weapons known as god arcs. The story sees you set across the world and meet a host of different characters, find and craft badass weapons and gear, and slay massive monsters. It's a blast, and whilst it does sound a lot like Monster Hunters, it has its own style. Battles, for example, are much shorter and snappier. This is one of my favourite games from last year, and it's definitely worth checking out. And if you're unsure, check out my review by clicking at the top right hand side. Furi is a boss battler that certainly lives up to its name. Each battle is tough and engaging and, well, not very forgiving. To succeed, you will need to first fail and learn the path to victory, which is all about pattern recognition. The game has a really nice sci-fi samurai look about it that bleeds into the gameplay, as you need to figure out how to defend in order to set up successful attacks. So it's no surprise to find anime master Takashi Okazaki is responsible for the character design. Oh yes, it's back on sale. This is personally my favourite rhythm-based game on the Nintendo Switch. Now, it's not often that a rhythm-based game comes up with something new, but that's exactly what Crypt of the NecroDancer has done to fantastic effect. It turns out that combining beats and dungeon crawling results in a brilliant and exciting gameplay. The tunes are spot on, and the gameplay is no slouch. The developers follow this up with Cadence of Hyrule, essentially the same gameplay with characters from Zelda, although that is a blast to play. Having the original for just £3.59 or $3.99 in the US or in Europe makes this a really great bargain. SUPERHOT is an indie rock star. If you haven't heard of it before, the premise is that it's a first-person shooter where time is linked to you moving. The more you run and gun, the faster things get, and as you slow down, so do the bullets flying at you from all angles. It's difficult, but not overly so, which is a great sweet spot. The campaign is a bit short, but with 40% off right now, it's well priced. This one's more strategic than most first-person shooters, so if that's the kind of thing you're after, then do check this one out. I'm sure you'll enjoy it. Lovers in a Dangerous Spacetime is a game that you really should play with friends. It's great doing so. Now, with your friends, you control your ship with each person being in charge of differing parts of the craft, from one of you controlling it to the other manning turrets and shields. Working as a team is key to exploring the galaxy successfully and triumph against the evil forces, which are anti-love. Ooh. Ships are upgradable and the experience is different every time due to randomized levels. Now, you can pick this up with 50% off in all regions. Carcassonne is a brilliant tile-based strategic board game. If you haven't ever played it before, the basic premise is to draw and place your tiles to build a medieval city. In fact, I think Carcassonne is the name of a French medieval city. Let me know in the comments down below if I'm getting this confused with something else or if I've got it spot on. Cities, roads, monasteries and fields will help you enlarge your landscape, where you can place your followers, the meeples. Knights, robbers or farmers. Each meeple will help you control your territory and win points. It's brilliant and the Switch version does a solid job of bringing the basics to life. The graphics are decent, the AI is a little slow but solid, and there are 2 expansions you can choose to play with. The only downside is the lack of customization. You can't change people's names, for example, and sadly the lack of online play, which is a bit of a big miss. If you want to play this with friends, it will have to be locally. Alright, I've reached deep into the bargain basement bin this time with 94% off at just 49 cents. The price is certainly right here. But is the game any good? Well, yes, it is pretty decent. As the name suggests, this is a tower defense game with a few mechanics aimed at making it stand out and go over the top. Mostly in the form of RPG elements like a skill tree. It's a solid experience and you really can't go wrong at this price, let's be honest. First and foremost, this is a one-button platform game. The rest is about timing that button press to make your sprite jump at exactly the right time, and I do mean exactly. The controls feel really good and responsive, and any death here is going to be your own fault, sad to say. Sounds like it's the most simplistic game in the world, and there can't be much to it. But like any good addictive game, it absolutely gets the mechanics and controls bang on. It is a quality game on the Switch that everyone should try, especially at this price. It's easy for these games to get lost amongst all the other titles, but it would be a shame to miss out on the quality and fun for all the family this delivers throughout. One more jump? Definitely get this one and enjoy it. This is a slick shmup revamp for the Nintendo Switch. Jamestown Plus is a great entry point to the genre with its simple mechanics and steady learning curve, but it also has increasing difficulty levels and replayability, giving veterans something to go after as well. It can be enjoyed either solo or in a group locally of up to 4. This is superb value with 50% off right now. Alright, and there you have it, everybody. This week's bargains. Let us know down below what you think the best pick is. What is your pick of the week? Let us know and you could win a $10 eShop voucher next week. Speaking of which, last week's winner is Maurizio Gallant. Thank you very, very much for Maurizio. And I do like your comment about the battles. I'm glad that you and lots of others enjoyed that too. Speaking of which, I do want to challenge Jordan, but you know, I'm not sure if he's got the stones to accept it. So let's see what he says after he sees this. All right, thanks everybody. We'll be back tomorrow with another roundup of physicals. We'll see you then. Take care.